The tail of the tape at featherweight, Smullen against Niedzielski, both well-seasoned already, 33 fights between them. Smullen will be roared on by his sizable fan base. Niedzielski, though, does start as favourite. Time to head now to Michael C. Williams.
And for all those streaming today's prelims live throughout the States on YouTube at Bellator MMA and Showtime Sports, we welcome you as we get set here at 3 Arena to go 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, the blue corner. At 5'9", weighing in 145.1 pounds. His professional record, 17 wins, 4 losses from Poznan, Poland, presenting Piotr Niedzielski. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner. At 5'9", weighing in 144.8 pounds as a professional. 9 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw by way of Arklow. He fights out of Dublin, Ireland. Introducing Richie Smullen. In charge, your referee, Kevin McDonald.
Smullen is thrilled to be back. Niedzielski pulled off the win of his career so far when he derailed Pedro Carvalho in Paris last summer. And he wants another win here against another popular fighter, and he'll be saying, come on, put me on the main card. He'll be battling for that.
Yeah, again, I love the bounce. That's measuring, feeling out process. Someone needs to take that first step to just initiate a little bit more work.
This is where Niedzielski feels that he's massively dominant, and little feints there, and he's trying to get Smullen to bite on one.
Well, they need to start dropping a little bit of jabs or kicks just to kind of get you. You're not going to get anybody to bite from just this, just the fakes, just the feints. There you go. You need to start tagging people a little bit, even if you're dropping just short of them.
Smullen says his fans from Arklow will all be here. Big noise when he came out.
Oh.
That's what Smullen's looking for, but good defense from Niedzielski. Blocking that right hand and then the kick as well. Great shot to the body there from Piotr Niedzielski.
Good, just still feeling each other out, feeling that process.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah, it's a little tentative so far, but they've still got plenty of time to make something count.
Good teepees, no, those things, those shots to the body, again, backhand to the body, it's gonna pay off a little bit later.
Coming up on the prelims, we're going to see a fighter, Brian Moore, who works so well to the body, and Niedzielski is doing that here.
Good shot. He's changed the angle now to the head, so he's starting to find his range. Niedzielski.
Yeah, he's got quick hands as well, hasn't he? Yeah. He sort of led with a straight left hand there. It was a shot rather than a jab. I'd like to see him try and set something up with a jab, Niedzielski. Smullen just overbalancing Michael as he was going for the takedown. So obvious where Smullen wants to fight.
Exactly.
Niedzielski feels he's better than Smullen everywhere.
For the leg lock straight away. It's quite slick. You can tell he's slick in this area. Niedzielski did extremely well there. He knew exactly where to position himself, sprawled out, and now he's in actually a dominant position. But probably wants to get back to his feet.
Niedzielski's a really good wrestler, but I think he knows where he's going to be significantly better.
Definitely. You can see Smullen trying to grab the elbows and sweep him from technically from the worst position. So that shows you how confident in his jiu-jitsu he is.
And watch out, Niedzielski loves that guillotine choke. And he was thinking about it there. And he feels as well that Smullen's vulnerable to it, dips his head, maybe opens that up. 5 wins by the guillotine.
Which is probably why Smullen went for the leg lock immediately after the shot. instead of spending too much time on his leg and getting caught out in the guillotine, he decided to roll early. But it seemed to be a good fight, technically, from both of them. Good game plan.
During COVID, Smullen trained with the Irish boxing coach back in his hometown and improved his striking.
Beautiful shot there again. That backhand to the body seems to be landing every time.
Thing is, you can improve your striking, can't you? But someone like Niedzielski just looks so natural, and it's that fluency, isn't it? The combinations that he throws. And the timing too, Michael.
So it's the understanding of that distance. He has timing 100%, but you need to understand when to go in. And he's catching that. He's found that distance there perfectly. And he's drawing him into that shot and just keeps landing that backhand. And every now and again, he'll go straight to the head. Instead, there you go. And that's because, you know, your opponent starts to anticipate you drop into the body again. And drops their hands. But beautiful, beautiful shots. This is great work by Niedzielski.
That leg kick set up the left hand there. Now Niedzielski takes him down with a brilliantly timed takedown. Smullen defending with those elbows.
Got guard straight away. Elbows are vicious, coming in strong.
Yeah, 15 seconds remaining in the opening round. It's starting to warm up now, all right.
I think tactically it was smart by Niedzielski to actually finish the round like this. But those elbows from Smullen are...
Stop! Clean break.
He's not playing around with them.
I was going to ask you what it's like to be caught by one, but you said never have been. I'm not falling into that trap again. I've been there.
Smullen's putting a bit more pressure on, you can see.
Well, that's what John Kavanagh was telling him to do. He's looking to land those shots, but he might have to take a risk here.
It changes the distance of that body shot as well. So it makes it a little bit harder now. He has to now readjust to find that body shot.
Body kick there from Smullen.
You can see, look, he's finding it a bit more difficult here, Niedzielski.
Smullen is walking into range a bit, isn't he? But
Here's the guillotine.
Looking for that guillotine now.
Looks very, very tight.
Smullen dipped his head, made the mistake. Niedzielski thinks he's got it here. His favorite submission.
I don't think it's quite in, but it's hard to get. There you go. Oh, now it might be in. I think it's in now. He cleared that hand out of the way.
Smullen's trying to wriggle out of it. Niedzielski has it tight.
He's definitely got it tight. It looks like it's over. He's rolled into mount. I don't know how Smullen's doing it.
Smullen did terrifically well there. Niedzielski still has a hold of him.
He needs to arch his back a little bit more. Yeah, look, he's driving his hips in now.
Niedzielski still believes in this.
I think he might have a few fingers just on that grip. That's what's saving him at the moment. But he can still catch it here. I think he needs to arch a little bit more.
Showing the damage on the face of Smullen as well here. Now he tries to twist again.
Tries to go again. Oh, great defense.
Smullen fighting desperately. Niedzielski still has it tight.
Defense. Oh.
Smullen with the power in the neck there is remarkable as Niedzielski spins him again.
Niedzielski is not letting it go, and I think it's slowly slipping out. Yeah,
wow.
And he may have burnt out his arms as well.
And now Smullen starts to unload, and did you hear the roar as well? What does that do to Niedzielski?
Great scrambling here.
Now Smullen looks for the guillotine here. Crowd got a bit excited.
Anything you can do, I can do back. It's coming back. This is crazy. You've got to be careful how he gets up here. Look, he tried to roll for it. Look, beautiful, beautiful. It's obviously his move, so he understands it. Again, he got to the cage and then decided to rest there. He should have tried to get back up to his feet. And now he's got his Smullen on his back at the moment.
How much energy did Niedzielski burn looking for that guillotine?
He's still switched on, but seemingly I'm sure that arm's a bit burnt out. Good. Got a great lock there on that back arm.
Now he tries to get to his feet.
He needs to explode now. Explode. Stand up. Don't wait here. He went for a roll instead. I think he should have gone up, stood up.
Left himself exposed to a couple of Smullen elbows there again. Richie Smullen says, by the way, the only reason he fights is that he enjoys it. He'll be enjoying this. It's a big challenge.
He's got great hip control here. The arm just in between his legs. Just keeping his hip on back. Trying to keep his back on the floor. So he can't turn into him. It's good work by Smullen. He's got to be careful how he's getting up. Look, again, he's controlling the head. And as we've seen all day, that right hand on the hip.
Yeah, it's a good position, and Smullen has just turned this round a little bit. Moments like this where that crowd makes a big difference as well. The roar when he got out of the attempted guillotine.
Got to be careful how he gets his back taken here. He's not quite put the hook in. He's got his knee across, but not quite put the hook in. Oh, but he's got... Oh. He almost teased the crowd there.
Yeah, they got excited, didn't they, for a moment? The roar went up and then it subsided.
Shows the education that the crowd has over here.
They really do. Final 15 seconds. Those elbows might yet do some damage at the end of this second round from Smullen.
Oh, he's got the hook in now. I think he's got a lot of time now, but these elbows are damaging.
Well, the elbows be winning him the round as well, potentially. 1-1 going into round 3, do you think?
I agree. 1-1 going into the next round.
Third fight.
Showing that respect, I love that.
Yeah, terrific. Unique to fight sports. Spend 15 minutes trying to beat each other up, but you've got nothing but respect. One of the things I love about it in fight week in the hotel and so on, sitting with you and fighters talk to each other and you just see the look in the eye. Let's see who can reach out and grab this opportunity in our third and final round here.
There's been a couple of successful leg kicks from Smullen. I want to know if he notices the success and actually goes back there a few times. Oh, he's showing it. Oh, he's kind of recklessly gone in for the takedown.
Well, he's put himself into that position again, hasn't he?
I feel like it was an unnecessary and very lazy takedown. Especially after spending, I don't know how long it was in the round before.
He thinks he's got it again here, Niedzielski.
Let's see.
Can Smullen escape this time?
Again, I think that hand just stopping him from, and you know what, and the gas tank. Is the gas tank there in his arms to actually squeeze again? For me, I think use it as a sweep, get to mount, and then let it go. Start working on your striking, because you don't want to be the same thing to happen where you lose the guillotine and you're on your back for the rest of the round.
Smullen showing that he's okay.
Niedzielski's basically, you can see he's almost like trying to rest his arms, and then when he's ready, go back and try and go for the finish. But I think he should squeeze and then try to sweep.
But that is interesting, because a lot of fighters talk about that, don't they? You loosen and then tighten, and that can be a way to get the choke in.
Look, his elbows come a bit higher up onto his head, so he might be able to pull out.
Smullen again is staying calm here under immense pressure.
Seems very, like I said, I don't think anybody's comfortable there, but look, as you can see, he's gotten himself out, but he understands the position well enough to know where he can rest, where he needs to position, where he can grab. And now he's paid off. He's on top. With 2.5 minutes left to go.
One thing you will get from Richie Smullen is a fight right until the end of it. He coasted, he felt that, lost that split against Albert Diaz in Bellator 240. He said, I'm never going to coast again. He's not being allowed to here, of course. But he's a fighting man, all right. They both are.
Niedzielski, look at his positioning for a triangle. He had the wrist control of Smullen there. He's kind of lost it now.
If it was 1-1 going into this third and final round, this is tight. This is still winnable for both of them now in the final 2 minutes.
Definitely. Smullen needs to just keep the work going. Niedzielski needs to get to his feet and turn this around. Get a sweep so he can start getting some strikes and getting some action of his own. Right now it's all defense.
Final 90 seconds of the fight. Niedzielski is the one who's
He's got the underhook. He's going to try and turn and use his wrestling skill, but again, that Smullen is smart with the arm between his legs, stopping him from completely turning onto his knees. Great work by Smullen. And you can see him putting it positioning that same arm again, just between his legs, just so you can't turn your hips completely over. He might go for a submission here as well. I don't know if that was the best decision, but if he feels like he's got it.
Well, he was looking for it again, that guillotine from Smullen this time, but Niedzielski
60 seconds, Richie.
positions himself well. He never looked in there. Still might be there up for grabs, though, Michael, with 50 seconds remaining.
Niedzielski needs to do a lot more than what he's doing at the moment. Look, he's desperately trying to get to his feet, giving up his back to do so. But he needs to stand up in all beautiful control. Beautiful control by Smullen.
Smullen might just be doing enough here, you know.
I feel like he's slowly just edging it towards him, especially with the amount of action that he's doing on top. He's passed well. The knees, the elbows, the punches, short punches.
It's a great turnaround, this, because Richie Smullen was under pressure, and now he looks for a late submission here, Smullen. Only 5 seconds remaining. He hasn't got it, but he might just have done enough to win the fight. Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go to your 3 judges. Your first judge, Paul Sutherland, scores the fight 29-28. He sees the fight for Smullen. Your second judge at cage side, Brian Miner, 29-28. He sees the fight for Niedzielski. Your third and final judge at cage side, Ben Cartledge, scores the fight 29-28. He sees it for the winner by split decision, Richie Smullen.